So, like, in Mortal Kombat 9, above all the other NRS games to follow it, it has this dash canceling mechanic where you can buffer a backdash or a forward dash out of any move in the game, even at like crouching and like jumping and you know what I mean, like any move you can buffer a dash out of it, and then you can also do that on block, right? You know, and this was like this mechanic where you can dash block, because this was really good because out of block you can do whatever you want it. I mean, out of dash, my mistake. Out of dash, you can do whatever you want it, and then you can go into a block. You can go into another move. Now, this didn't change the frame data of the move, but it did lead to some bugs. But what it allowed, though, it was allowed the pace of the game to be sped up. So instead of me just hitting the button twice like this is me just hitting down 4 twice, you were able to, like, down 4, dash down 4, and just like that. That was a down 4 perfect cancel into down 4. Right there. Normally you can't attack at that rate, but if you use dash cancels, you're able to attack at a faster rate. So moves that hit mid, like I guess, you know, Kung Lao actually didn't have good mids. But if you're fast enough, you know, you could apply pressure, though this usually usually didn't change the frame data of the moves. The rate of the game, the pace of the game was much faster because of the dash cancel. And because of this, you're able to backdash cancel into block, forward dash cancel into block, you know. And because this is pre-patch, you're able to go into crouch block. They actually nerfed this out of the game early on, where you can also crouch block out of this. But it's all because you can do whatever you want at a dash, including jump. Like, you can do a dash cancel, jump, and you would actually get a better jump. Like, it would actually give you a better jump arc. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, it fucked with, like, the physics or something. And it was crazy. So, like, dash canceling in this game really added a great deal of depth to, like, pressure in this game. And mind games. And safety, too. Because of backdash, you're able to play safer. Like, you're able to do a backdash cancel that, and it would be 100% safe, you know? Yeah, like, I think in, like, every matchup, maybe not Ermac, or, Kenshi, or, Reptile, but anyway, this dash canceling mechanic is the very vital reason why this game was fun. And this thing was not implemented in the game on purpose. It was actually haphazardly added into the game by mistake. They actually wanted to make the combo system easier because, like, I guess they didn't want to futz too much with their launcher animations to make the game look good. So, like, in this game, you do a combo, you do a launcher, right? So in the original version of this game, like, say alpha version of this game, you would need to maybe walk up and do, like, a move that reaches and, like, complete a combo that way. Oop, that was a dash. There's no dashes in the original version. So they came to a problem in this game. So it's so stupid. Oh my god. So this is exactly what happened at NRS Studios. Because of their movement system and the way they implemented special move inputs, they did such an amateur job that they ran into the problem that people were getting negative edge issues. The testers were getting edge issues where when they pressed back and forward, this move would come out. And they found that to make movement more accessible, so people weren't accidentally inputting special moves, they made the dash cancelable. So people weren't just accidentally doing things like this. Because this move is back forward attack, right? Back forward and an attack. So by accident, people were pressing back and then forward and attack, and then doing something they didn't want to do. Right? They'd be like, I didn't want that move to come out. I wanted just standing 2 to come out. Or I just wanted to walk forward and do forward 2 or something. And this would come out. So to solve some negative edge issues, they implemented dash cancel. And when they implemented dash cancel, they found that it made combos more easier to do and more exciting to do. Now, they didn't figure this combo out. They had no idea what kind of combos were in the game. They just didn't. Right? They didn't know what kind of damage they were going to be getting up to. They had no idea. Because the game is completely, utterly fucked up and broken, right? They completely undertested how combos were, but they felt that when dashing in it, it made combos more fun to do, so they left it in the game. But because it has dash cancel, the game is had an incredible amount of depth to it, of how you can play the game how you want it to. Long as you use the moves that were good, because now this game had a lot of useless normals and stuff like that, but because it had this dashing mechanic where you can cancel anything into dash and then cancel anything out of dash, this game had this incredible fast pace to it where it's just really fun to play, you know, and you can do shit like this really easily. Like, that's actually a perfectly decent combo to do at a low level. It's just, you know, jab, dash, jab, dash, jab, dash, jab, dash, jab, dash, jab, dash, jab, dash. And to think that this mechanic is the reason why this game is fun and all the other NRS games are not fun, because they took this away. Because one time, and I can't prove it, but one time Paulo, I think his name's Paulo Garcia, and he's one of the developers. He once said in a Twitch chat that they really didn't like dash cancel because what it did was end the animation of the dash, which is this. And he said, you know, animators worked on this dash animation. I want to show the dash animation. So all the games to follow had this really slow, clunky pace in their games, like Injustice, even MKX, you know, with the Rant mechanic. And things like that, because they wanted to show the dash animation. So they made their games unfun. Like, the dash animation is significant enough. Now, I can't prove that because that's ancient history now. And it was in a Twitch chat, and I can't of course those aren't archived, and I didn't save it. So who knows, you know, you're gonna have to take my word for it. But as for the it being haphazardly put into the game, they admitted it in a video they did, and I'm gonna record that video right now because one day they're gonna delete it. And it's funny, it's interesting to think that like dash cancel was just like something they put in as a mistake, as a fluke to solve one problem. But it ended up being like wave dashing in Melee, where it added all the depth and fun that the game could have, because it just feels so good moving around in this game because of dash cancel. You know, it's really fast. It's insane. Like you can play so quick. Like you know what I mean? It makes the game play very nicely, and they really didn't like this. They didn't like that the game was fun. And here's the video. Let me turn the audio on.
One of the things that we haven't talked about to this point have been the enhanced super moves. I don't know, maybe you guys can talk about that a little bit. I know they're very reminiscent of the pro moves from MKDC.
Now he talks about this kind of later on.
This time. A lot of it depends on the character's other tool sets. Like somebody like Sub-Zero, his are simpler. Like,
this is Paulo Garcia, this guy right here.
He's got the longer beam freeze. He's got the slide, this normal move, but the enhanced version does more hits. And then like some other characters, the moves will actually be pretty different. Like Katana's, she can actually hold with her hands.
Now this little piece of ancient history is a
for people that aren't sure, don't know what enhanced
promotional video they did before the launch of the game to kind of show off some of the features and stuff. This is the guy that spills the beans.
1 bar of your super meter to enhance it. We're supposed to call it enhance.
Yes.
To buff it up. Do you like that?
Very good.
These guys, man.
So for some characters, that'll be if they have a projectile, they throw 2 projectiles, or that projectile may have different property. Like Paul was saying, Sub-Zero's ice ball. There's a ball, so you can jump over.
So they were doing like these little developer diary things and in YouTube. It was kind of like a new thing developers were actually doing at the time. Like this was like 2010,
So some will do more damage.
2011.
Yeah, some do more damage. Some will be
Very long time, very different time actually of how they were kind of like getting into the groove of doing this, and they spoke very frankly about the game, which is very interesting, and that's why I feel like this won't stay on the internet.
So they're all based on.
Well, let's get to the bread and butter scene where he talks about implementing dash cancel into the game and why they did it.
We're never going to take away Sub-Zero's.
For one, I gotta hear it. I can barely hear it myself.
But now with the enhanced thing, we can kind of.
It's part of balancing too.
Tying it in with the meter is like always good.
I'll turn it down. It seems like it's being pretty loud.
Yeah, save it up for my X-ray move, or I'm going to use it for.
So you think it's kind of like a resource management, as Hector likes to call it.
While we don't have pro moves the same way that like MK
The feature we want really short of public.
yeah, that's pretty cool. Like some of them actually
I wish I remember what
combo,
part of the video it was.
A lot of cool stuff with the combo stuff, and I don't think we're gonna tie that to the super meter like the other tag stuff is. That's something where maybe players have a little bit more free.
You have a lot more weapons for your character if you have both your tag guys in there. So it's going to give you like a little.
Starts juggling them, tags in someone else like a ninja. There's some really cool stuff. Like how you can use dashes in the game.
Here it is.
How you perform.
Rated 8.8.
The Locust Toy Box asks us.
Okay, so this is this Locust Toy Box. This vital question here. This is it.
The Locust Toy Box asks us, as you have forward special moves and no run function, how will you perform dash-in and hopbacks?
That's actually a good point. We do have like forward and back special moves. It kind of segues into how you can use dashes in the game. First thing is people have probably seen the dashes on the video footage that we've released. A lot of them are using placeholder animations we haven't got complete yet. Distances and speeds and things like that are all going to be tweaked as we go along. But something that we're pretty happy with as far as dashes is, in fact, you can cancel out of them whenever you want to. So that's basically how we get around the, like a back special move, in the middle of a dash. At any point in a dash, you can interrupt the dash with another input, right? So you can.
Did you hear that? They implemented dash cancel to get out of accidentally hitting back special move and forward special move, because to how to implement a dash, because I assume they didn't want to add a dash button and they wanted to add dash, is that some moves are going to be forward punch and a fireball, and it makes a fireball. So they implemented dash cancel so that wouldn't happen. You'd be able to do a punch. I'm going to just play it again.
Placeholder animations we haven't got complete yet. Distances and speeds and things like that are all going to be tweaked as we go along. But something that we're pretty happy with as far as dashes is, in fact, you can cancel out of them whenever you want to. So that's basically how we get around the, like a back special move, in the middle of a dash. At any point in a dash, you can interrupt the dash with another input, right? So you can dash into blocks, you can dash into punches, you can dash into specials. It's one of the ways it kind of helps our combo systems, especially our juggle system, work. Because you can pop someone up, and based on how far away that person's popped up, you might need to dash before you can land a juggle hit on them. So yeah, the fact that you can cancel out of a dash pretty much at any time with any other input solves any sort of weird issues as far as controller inputs. And then Paulo probably wants to talk about the run. I know it was something he liked back in Ultimate.
So he said that implementing dash cancel just automatically solved their own issues that they created. Things like how shitty they implemented their forward dashes, or how shittily they implemented their dashing and stuff like that, with their special move inputs and stuff like that, with their guard inputs. Like, they did such a lousy job that it became such a big input mess soup that they added dash canceling. So it actually played right? Like, you would be able to perform what you want. But dash canceling was the reason why the game was so good.
Yeah, we've had a lot of discussions for the past many years about the run button and whether or not to bring it back in. And we do have some flavors of the run button in there. Like, some of the properties are still there. Like a lot of people are saying, you're not going to be able to rush somebody down. But we do have, like, with Johnny Cage's like jab, but before the jab is done, there's actually a small window in there where you can dash, and then because you can dash, you can now do another jab. So there will be some of that like rest down flavor in there.
Now, a lot of these examples they're showing of gameplay are not examples of what they're talking about. They're very poorly put together. They're mostly for nostalgic, but he is talking about that you can buffer in a dash after an attack, and it improves the rush down of the game. So they were aware that dashing made the game feel funner.
So there will be some of that like rest down flavor in there, and we wanted there to be new stuff you can do. Like there's actually different combos you can do because of the fact that you can dash. After you pop somebody up, there might be some small window where you can like do a two-hit combo and then backdash out of it, and because you did, it'll let you get a special move in a window where you couldn't before.
Right, yeah, like you might not be able to perform a 2-in-1 from a particular attack, but you can combo into a dash, and because of that, you can dash and then dash cancel that into the special. So if you're fast enough, then you'll be able to insert in a special move somewhere where you normally would not be able to easily. So really, yes, it's kind of an advanced thing, cancels and things like that, but it opens up the palette of what a character can do, or what a player can do with a character as far as combo is concerned.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure that you're pretty much always either attacking or escaping. We didn't want there to be a lot of situations where the victim is sitting in a reaction defensive. We wanted to make sure that all the combos are sort of compact, where you do your thing quick and then you're out, and then you guys are back to.
Yeah, that's something we're really trying to make sure this time around that. The player has control as often as possible. I mean, obviously, it's impossible to say, "Hey, anytime you get an input, you'll do something." You can't really do that in a fighting game because there needs to be, times where you're out of control because you're stunned or in a reaction, things like that. But we free up characters, or we free up players way quicker now that we have that. So
a lot of the reaction people saw at E3 Impacts were temporary ones from last game, and we haven't gone through and swapped a lot of those out or
Well, I don't know if they continue to ever talk about dashing from here point on. But, back to the game. The dashing mechanic was the thing that made the game good. And they got rid of it. Let's get back into the game here. So when they put the thing in, it made the game really good, right? But like I said, the dash cancels got removed. Like they stopped. Like you were able to attack at a fast pace, and they didn't like that. It broke the game. That like people were finding combos like far bigger than they expected. Like some characters have 100% combos and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was totally broken. Doing shit like this, they never intended big combos to happen, And like that was near 50%. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was the chip damage in this game is out of control, dude. Almost anything is like 1% chip on block. It's crazy, dude. This game was very hard, like. But on top of all that, this game had player one advantage. It had no trades. Every time a move connected, it would hit. But it's interesting that dash canceling added a lot of like player expression to the game and stuff. It added like really good movement, really fast movement, extremely rewarding and fun to perform combos. You know what I mean? Like it was the thing that made the game very special. And even though the game was hot garbage in terms of balance and technical like prowess, like it had no trades and lots of bugs and stuff, like the input bug. Like if you just hold down and then mash 4, eventually like it won't give you a down 4. It'll give you something else. It'll give you standing 4 out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like there was an input bug. Like if you just mash down 1, like it was really like there was a lot of bugs in the game. Hey, that was it right there. You know what I mean? Like, the game had a lot of bugs and stuff, but the game was still played competitively because it had this dash cancel mechanic. And because it had it, players can play the way they want it to play, right? Like, there was tier lists and stuff and broken characters, but, like, people still enjoyed playing the game because it was so much fun. So why'd they get rid of dash cancel? You know what I mean? Why'd they get rid of the dash cancel? Well, they implemented it on some for a pretty silly, haphazard reason, that just because all their other mechanics were just kind of poorly implemented, and it seemed to solve the issue, which is pretty lazy. But they got rid of it because it covered up the animations. They didn't like that animators worked on these animations and they weren't getting played out. Players weren't seeing them. They're like, oh man, they're not looking at our animations. And that's something that Paulo Garcia once said on Twitch chat, but I fortunately can't prove that anymore. It was long ago, and yeah, he was just talking on a Twitch chat to the chat, and he said that that they got rid of dash cancel because of the animation. They wanted to see the animation. But ever since MK9, none of their games have been any fun because it doesn't have very rewarding and expressive, fast and responsive movement in it. They're all slow and clunky games, and all the combos are like really slow and clunky, and you have to like complete your dashes before you can attack and stuff. It's trash. It's interesting that they got rid of this mechanic, or didn't go back on it, because it's the very reason why MK9 was fun. But everybody had to stop playing MK9 because, like I said, the game is trash. It has no trades. It's not competitively viable. Like, I got better at rock, paper, scissors than I was at MK9, because you have to play rock, paper, scissors for the player one seat in tournaments. And so everybody had to quit the game, and now the game is only just played for fun by people like me. Just the way it is now. It is pretty fun to look at Mortal Kombat 9 and play on ladder and stuff like that. But man, this game is sure is like I tell you, dude, this game is it's the least thought through and balanced fighting game, and the only reason that it's so fun is like 100% on accident. There's like it is a complete fluke that this game is entertaining and fun to play, and NRS has honestly never made a really good and fun and rewarding self-expressive fighting game since this game. Like, you can play the way you want to play in this game, dude. It's pretty sick. You can play more defensive. You can play more rushdown heavy characters and stuff. Like, it really is like was a really fun game. Even with like some low tiers and stuff, you can like mix it up with some shit. Maybe even win against some high tiers. Maybe not top tiers. Ooh, this game had some top tiers. Let me tell you, dude. This game had broken characters galore, lots of them. They did not know how to balance the game. But yeah, I absolutely adore this game. I still think it's NRS's and Midway's best Mortal Kombat game to date. It has the best roster, the best like kind of graphical stuff. The graphics I can laugh at all day. Don't get me wrong. But with dash canceling and stuff, like it really adds so much to the game. Like, oh man, my timing's way off. I'm playing with leg. I gotta play like there's no leg. But it's just got this game. That's basically my fucking review of the game, in my opinion. Like, the game was made absurdly fun because of this dash mechanic, and but the dash mechanic also added problems, like, and I don't know why, but NRS always just decides to go another direction. Like, they keep the shitty engine and the shitty control scheme, but they throw everything else out. That's just always been their style. Everything goes out. Like, everything that was fun about the last game's gotta go. We gotta make some new goofy shit. It's just how they operated. It's just like how they roll, man.
Round 2, fight!
Man, everybody was just like, dude, just make another game like MK9. Just make another game like MK9. Dude, I remember that, dude, on all the forums and stuff. Dude, the people hated Injustice. Dude, the Injustice, dude, people hated the game. And then we came to a point where we're just like, hey, guys, we don't like playing the game just as much as anybody else, but let's just give the game a chance because we want NRS to make a good game, right? And you know, making this game fail is like, you know, not gonna help us as a community get the MK9 game we want, right? Yo, get opened up. Holy shit. Thank you. See what I mean with the pressure, though? Like, you can really make shit happen in this game, and it feels amazing. And they got rid of that mechanic, dude. They really shouldn't have. It's the reason this game is so much fun. The sole reason. This game would not be fun without it. It would be no fun without it. Zero fun. And I feel like a lot of their games are zero fun. At least MKX has that running mechanic in there, but the running mechanic's just another button away from being the forward dash mechanic in this game. Like it's pretty dumb. It may as well be dash cancels, but you can't do back dash cancels. Whoops, wrong one. Whoop. Nice. Damn, AI combos. I gotta remember my combos. So.
Round 2, fight!
But you know, I still love the game, even though the game it's totally broken. This game can't be played competitively viably. It's a trash game. There's no trades. It's full of fucking bugs. The balance is off the fucking wall. It's never seen support outside like the first like 2 months of the game until they were done when they were done selling DLC, dude. They fucking dropped this game harder than like a fucking like I don't even have a joke. I was gonna say a really bad joke, but I held back. And it's a shame because this game was their only fun game. Their only truly fun game. MKX is a fun game. I'll hear MKX. Because I enjoyed playing that one too. For the most part, the balance of MKX was absolute disaster. It was a dog and pony show, man. They just like took us for a ride. Like every DLC was the best character. It was ugly, dude. So it kind of wasn't good during its competitive prime either. Like, and it's a shame, you know. Like in a way, this is almost like a plea to that company to go back and try to like make this game fun again. Like maybe do this game again and fix its issues. But the thing is, like the community is split of what the most important issues are. But let's be honest, as long as there's no trades in the game, there's no way this game can be taken seriously. And it really is truly heartbreaking to look back at all the tournament footage of this game and just realize how often Player One Advantage probably came into play during Grand Finals and all that shit, dude. It's actually like the biggest like don't tell nobody in the other communities, you know, like our the truth about Mortal Kombat. Like it really is awful. Not to discredit any top player of this game, but man, Player One was like the real top player of this game. It was the biggest factor, and it's kind of an ugly truth of all the top level play that's viewable. And that's true, but not like I said, not to completely poo-poo on the game. I absolutely love this game because it's so much fun. It's one of the most fun games I've ever played. It's actually, out of any other game in the whole world, this is the game I played the most. And I'm somebody that has a lot of video games, you know, and I've been playing video games a long time, and you know, this game, you know, I cared about dearly. You know, I showed up every week to play it, you know, offline. You know, I used to travel to the States to play it in tournament by any means. Like I never traveled to a huge major. I never got to play this game like that. But I did get to go to like Seattle or something like that and fight their scene. And now I'm obviously rusty at the game, but oh my god, dude, like this game was just the most fun. See, like confirms like that, dude, like this game was fun, dude, because of dash cancel. You couldn't do that stuff without it. And so that stuff doesn't exist in the other games.
Round 2, fight!
Confirm out of doing this is down 4, yeah. He's doing that a lot, down 4 wall you can hit. And I'm losing to AI. See, those are all dash cancels. Those weren't. Can't lose to AI, I'm getting worried.
Fight!
The Tommy Waffles, best smoke player in the world, currently. Not that anyone's playing this game, but gotta give it up. Too easy.
Smoke wins.
And the AI is free in this game. It's really easy, even on the toughest difficulty. This game has like no challenge. If you know anything about this game, there's no challenge. There's a lot of issues with this game. Look at this character models on the females and their giant like pumpkin-sized titties. They all have the same character model, by the way. They just kind of changed the costume up, but they're all the same model. It's really lazy. It's the same thing on the boys. It's the same model, but they do have different hitboxes and stuff. It's pretty insane. It's actually a disaster. Mixed up.
Smoke wins. Round 2. Fight.
You know, I got one of those. I got a projectile parry. Oh, fucked up. There's literally no way she can win. Oh shit. She could have won. Didn't chip her out.
Smoke wins.
And man, yeah, this game was a lot of like a sheer joy to play.
Fight.
Yeah, you can get it full. So if you do that, if you hit it right, it completely resets the combo. And Smoke is one of the characters that has 100% combos because he gets confirmed resets. That was free.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, wrong hit. I had to do something else. Whatever. I still did shitloads of damage. Man, you... Nice. Just kind of toying with the AI. It's doing some damage now, though. Hey, let's do a fatality. Why not, right? Let's do the stage fatality. Where is that? Oh, here it is. I'm on the wrong page. Oh, that's right. I have no save data. Oh, let's do this one. Do. There you guys go. Fatalities. Fun. The fatalities are actually kind of fun in this one. They're not like overblown and overdone like they are in MK11. MK11 has like the lamest fatalities and like super moves. There's like one where like Liu Kang turns into a dragon and it looks amazing, right? And then bites like the head of the enemy, right? And you're just like, yeah, that was fucking awesome. And then it like cuts to Liu Kang, and then Liu Kang like does some punch, and you're just like, what? Like, and it completely like removes the impact of the dragon biting the guy like entirely. Like they like overdid it. Like just do the dragon and it's awesome, right? But then they do some punch and it's like it's just too much. Like they always like just like they go over the top with it like in a childish way, and like the animations kind of suck in that game, in my opinion. And they're kind of disgusting. Like they're not like fun. Like it's not fun anymore. It's just gross. It used to be like Looney Tunes, but now it's like fucking science class. That's my setup. Just get out of there. Go for an anti-air. Or go for invisibility, but it's... Or a throw. Oh, he armored it! That was interesting. He armored it. Armored throw, that was tight. Yeah, so this character was pretty good on the Oki and like he's in the damage. Like he was actually a top tier character, but everybody always downplayed him because he wasn't Cabal. He wasn't like as good as Cabal, or even maybe not even as dirty as Cyrax, but he was totally fucking top tier. Oh! I got him.
Finish him.
Alright, I'll do the same Fatal, and it's the last time I can do one, so... There we go. I had to get the right positioning.
Smoke wins. Fatality.
You know, combos weren't very difficult in this game, but they did require some execution. It definitely matters what monitor you're on. Like, it's easy on my TV, but, like, I remember on the TV I used to train on, it's not easy to do these combos. So the bosses are also, they're pathetically easy. Oh, I'm making him look hard, I'll tell you that much. Whoops, and I died to the boss.
Goro wins. Round
Big
fight.
day one, like an IGN journalist. And I haven't got one reset.
Smoke wins. Flawless victory. Round 3. Fight!
Oh! Oh, because my double flawless. Oh, good damage.
Smoke wins.
He took me from like 100% so fast. The bosses aren't hard though. They're real slow and their moves are extremely telegraphed. Like they may have a couple of unblockables and all their moves have armor, but it's just all this shit's garbage. None of the moves are any good, and they're all punishable. Shao Kahn has a couple of safe ones, but it's just like the charge. It's like the only safe one, I think. Oh, wrong punish on that. Oh, that's a super. You gotta dash under him. It's pretty easy. No, my meter! Hey, talk shit about Shao Kahn, dude, eh? That move's safe, and that move's safe. That one's not. Oh!
You will never win.
Yeah, he hit lots of reduced damage on Shao Kahn. He has a lot of health. That move wasn't safe. I should have punished it.
Prepare to die. Wins. Round 3.
Yeah, dude. CRT's all the way. Max damage. Nice. Too easy.
Shao Kahn's violent death shook the very core of Smoke's being and dislodged his earliest memories. Tomas Rabada was only a boy when he was abducted by an obscure cult and sacrificed to a demon. Burned alive, he returned to the mortal realm.
So what's up, Stick?
Nenra, a creature of smoke and vapor. His captors were helpless against his shapeless form as he lashed out with rage, killing them all. His murder avenged, he returned to his human form, remembering nothing of his former life. Now aware of his true identity, Smoke understands he is no mere assassin. His destiny has been revealed.